Welcome to RCR Wireless. I'm Martha DeGrasse, and I'm here with Omar Flores. He is Global Business Development Manager for 3M's Wireless Access Division. Thanks for being here, Omar.
Thank you, Martha. Nice to be here.
We hear a lot about sensors in all parts of the wireless ecosystem, but not so much in infrastructure, so we're going to talk a little bit about that today.
Certainly.
Go ahead.
Well, 3M is a big provider, I would say, of passive infrastructure. So we are always thinking how we can make all that passive infrastructure smarter. And the obvious answer for us is sensors. When you're talking about sensors, you're really talking about data. And when you're talking about data, you're really talking about information. The very first wave on these sensors for 3M is providing enough information to our carriers and OEMs to understand and monitor the networks. An example of this is our intrusion sensors that we are adding to our terminals for the fiber to the antenna applications. Those intrusion sensors allow the monitoring enterprise or the carrier to know if somebody is accessing that specific point in the network. We're also adding additional sets of sensors like moisture and weather sensors that allows to tell or allows the carrier to understand if there is a potential issue for water intrusion in that specific segment of the network. The second wave, which is quite interesting, the industry is not just yet there, but we believe the industry will move in that direction, is using that data to cache and to sell that information to different sets of customers. What I'm talking about is adding sensors like temperature, adding sensors to understand the vibration of the tower, and all that really brings a new potential revenue stream to wireless carriers. So that would be probably understanding the telematics concept of adding data into different devices and then provide that information packaged in some way to the end user. So we believe that the industry is really moving in that direction, but first wave would be more like accessing and sensors and monitoring.
And can you talk a little bit about how these sensors connect to the network and transmit?
Well, in the case of 3M, we're adding those sensors in our Tower Domes. Tower Dome is a product that allows you to do a termination of the cable and bring different services like fiber and power into the different radios. So we're adding those sensors in the Tower Dome so that when people intrudes or access that specific point, the carrier will know it. I mean, that's a relevant part of information that they don't know today. So that's kind of new to our set of customers, to our carriers.
And was 3M already sourcing sensors for other products, or is this a new component for 3M?
Well, in the case of the communications market division is new. I mean, so we're adding the very first sensors in the passive infrastructure for wireless. We have been providing sensoring and monitoring in another sections of the network, like the wireline network. But for wireless, it's really new. So it's very innovative.
Do you source from a number of different suppliers?
Well, we have different suppliers depending on the application. So we have a set of different partners in this area.
Okay, great. Well, we'll keep an eye on sensors and infrastructure. Thanks for filling us in.
Thank you, Martha.
Okay, good. Do you need a break before we do the last one?
So the data that gets sold, right? How does that?
Well, that's something that I mentioned as potential. I mean, that
Okay.
doesn't exist.
Not in the U.S., but DOCOMO doesn't